Did it
Yeah, we
start?
back. We
Oh,
back.
we back. Okay, we
After
back.
hours, baby. After hours.
After hours.
Let's go.
All right. I got a freak nasty grinds my gears situation over here. You know what grinds my gears?
What is it?
Talk to me, dog.
All right. Recently, there has been an interview that went viral from somebody who I used to consider, I'm not going to say the greatest MC, but entertaining to me. And I was a fan of this person's music. Fat Joe has been out here talking crazy about African Americans, or what some people like to say, foundational Black Americans. If you don't know what a foundational Black American is, let me enlighten you. A foundational Black American is somebody who can trace their lineage back to pre-Columbus. Oh, well, I shouldn't say pre-Columbus. That might be a stretch. But we're not repping an island. We're not repping another continent. We were here. Our people built this country from the ground up. A foundational Black Americans. We didn't come over here in the 1920s. We didn't come over here in the 90s. We didn't come over here in the 2000s. We've been here. We did the work. We put it down. We the reason y'all is even over here in the first place. Civil rights came from us. We marched. We got our heads busted in so y'all could come over here and think y'all better than us. Where I'm going with this is Fat Joe went on Math Hoffa podcast, who I liked his podcast, but Math is a sucker now too to me, because I found out I guess his people is from some islands, and he was co-signing the shit Fat Joe was saying. So you come
that's
for,
even worse.
Yep, you come for Black Americans who are the reasons that your family could even come over here in the first place. I'm coming for you. And when it comes to this hip hop thing, I love it. Always have, always will. I have always called out the people who I thought was fake, phony, and corny from day one. Always have. I'm not a fan of everybody who comes in and does their thing. Some people earn my respect over the years from the work that they put in and how they represent the culture. Some people I see through it. I see it's a money grab. I see it's a cash grab, and I don't mess with it. But Fat Joe has been going around the past few years, several years, saying that Latinos and Blacks created hip hop 50-50. Nigga where? Nigga when? Hip hop started in the 70s, and it was Black people break dancing, spray painting, spitting the lyrics, talking about that hard living. And you know how I can say, as a young person, I was born in 83, so I'm not going to pretend I was there in the 70s. But my uncles was there in the 70s. And when they was listening to hip hop, and they was coming back home from college with their friends, and the music they was listening to, they wasn't hanging out with no Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans wasn't hanging out with Black people until the 90s, for the most part, heavy like that. And for a group of people to pick up breakdancing because cameras came around and got on the Wild Style documentary, Black people wasn't even breaking no more. You didn't invent breakdancing. You copied it. Your families wouldn't even let y'all hang around the Morenos, because that's what y'all call us, right? Cocolos, Morenos. We know what y'all call us. Okay? We know what y'all call us. And disclaimer, I love my Puerto Rican people. This ain't me coming on here to bash Puerto Rican people by any means. But I'm not going to let people come and take credit for something they did not create. We've lost jazz. We lost rock and roll. We lost bluegrass.
Country
we lost
music.
Country music. Pop. I mean, every type of music was created by foundational Black Americans. The stuff y'all love. And I'm not talking Afrobeat. I'm not talking none of that. I'm talking the stuff that's on your top 40 right now, the R&Bs. I mean, you wouldn't have your Biebers and your Timberlakes if you didn't have these kings of R&B we talked about last week. Okay.
Yeah. Even the slaves, even the old Negro spirituals, they used to sing when they were actually, going through certain different things,
Yes.
in the fields. They actually picked up the tones and the codes from that. And that's where rhythm and blues. Yay, it's a big
that's what so
gospel.
Yes, we're creative people. My problem with Fat Joe is he's trying to take and put his stamp in hip hop, saying Latinos were 50% creators. You know what happens once somebody said it was 50%, then it's 75%, then it's 80%. Then next thing you know, it's not us at all. Not on my watch, Fat Ozempic, Joe. Not on my watch, nigga. You're bleaching your face. Your fucking hair is a mess with the
Malone,
fucking
trying to rewind
drawn
the time.
on beard.
He's trying to retire.
Your music is garbage now. You didn't have ghostwriters for years. I'm airing you out, Joe. I'm airing you out. You got your ass whooped in Bridgeport, Connecticut, back in like '98. Ass whooped. You so tough. You from the Bronx. You came to where we from and got your ass fucking packed up. The point I'm going with is this. This man gets on the podcast and starts talking about how foundational Black Americans is a bunch of broke niggas, bunch of dusty broke niggas. We made you hot. We made you hot. If Puerto Ricans, and I'm getting a lot of this too, Lord Jamar, shout out to Lord Jamar, because they beef, it's not a beef, because Lord Jamar is keeping it, facts. Fat Joe was taking low blows, talking crazy about Tariq Nasheed, call him the leader of foundational Black America. We don't got no leader, because every time we get a leader, they get killed. We didn't evolve. We know what we about. We move different now, Fat Joe. So let's put that into perspective. End of the day, the only dusty motherfucker is you. You rode the coattail of Black culture. You came in with Diamond D, Digging in the Crates crew, Big L, Lord Finesse. Motherfuckers gave you a pass to say the N-word in the first place, which then we gave the same pass to all other Puerto Ricans to say the N-word. But as soon as y'all get a camera in front of y'all faces, and I'm talking these celebrity ones, you very quick to fucking disassociate yourself from the Blackness. And we the ones who made you hot. So don't come disrespect what I love, what I know y'all didn't build. And like I said, the reason it burns me up so much is because everybody always try to say Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time. After Eminem, I don't even know who they even say is number two. See my point?
That's the craziest part. That's the
craziest
craziest
point.
Part. Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Literally, greatest rapper of all time, though.
But he's not. That's the point I'm making.
Well,
the way the media rolls is they try to crown everybody but the people who founded it. Somebody else speak on it, because I could go all night and this is turning into
one thing, Justin, you enlightened me on something. So I was hearing about Fat Joe, about this whole thing, and I did not get that information. So what I thought was he was saying that Puerto Ricans were there when it was going on in the beginning, and in the Bronx, in the Bronx. I thought he meant that, and I was like, okay, yeah, all right, cool, yeah, they were there. What's the problem? Why is everybody like so upset? So maybe that's why you're giving me context, a lot better context than what I actually thought it was. So I thought it was just Puerto Ricans were there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I got you.
He's trying to give them credit for yes, y'all.
Oh,
in the parties.
What?
Whoa.
They wasn't MCing like that. That's my point.
Whoa.
Crazy Legs, Puerto Rican.
Yes, y'all.
Yeah, he said his neighbor. He said his neighbor made that up.
Maybe. Hey, listen. I don't.
No, man. We're not doing this. Maybe.
You know, I mean,
the most folklore far-fetched motherfucker on the internet today.
He is from the Bronx, right?
Okay.
He is from the Bronx. He is old enough to have seen it start, right? He knows people that He's been in it. He's seen it grow to what it is today, right? So, am I going to say that Spanish people, you know what I mean, Puerto Rican people, help create the genre? You know what I mean, help push it forward? Yeah, but is it a scenario where it was all them or a 50-50? No, I don't think
Thank
so.
you.
But
Thank
I
you.
do think that they were there though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I'm
fine.
saying? Like,
Yeah, they
I'll
was
put it to you like
there.
this. Put it to you like
Maybe.
this. My man, my man, Tio Winnie, the ultimate line lover, Spanish dude. You know what I'm saying? He lived right in Meadows Garden, right on the bottom of my hill, and he was there. He heard all those gunshots. He was a part of that fence being broken and all the stuff. Was majority of the people on the hill and in Meadows Garden black? Yeah, tone Spanish, but he was there. You know what I'm saying? And he knows it just like I do. So you can't quite take everything away from Fat Joe because he was a part of it. The Crazy Legs was a part of it. Now, did they?
But you can't take you can't give some you can't take 50%
I'm not
ownership.
saying that he should take 50%.
I know that's all. That's
But
what. That's where my anger is
what
coming
I
from.
am
Don't
saying
take
is
half of the shit.
what I am saying is that he and them where they were a part of it happening, especially considering it happened in the Bronx.
There's a documentary
Uh-huh.
that he's mad about,
Mm.
where you had DJ Kool Herc, who is considered the founder of hip hop. You had Grandmaster Cass, who is considered the architect of a Rakim flow and with the way and Nas and the way he puts the words together. So we are talking founding people. Grandmaster Cass was spitting in the 70s. Grandmaster Cass got his rhyme stolen by the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Okay.
did. Yes, they did. Rappers
Okay.
alike. Yes, rappers alike. You're right.
So in that documentary, those two people who we won't argue and say nothing bad about, they was forefathers. They made the thing that I love. Okay. They said there was no Puerto Ricans around when they started in the 70s. Fat Joe was a young dude, young boy. These was grown men at the time, teenage young men. Fat Joe was probably 6, 7 years old at the time. That nigga don't know what he talking about, Steve. I got to get the name of the documentary. To the Rican She made it.
Yeah, I heard about it.
I would love to see it.
But that's what he's mad about. So you gonna call a whole group of people broke niggas because we not giving you some props for some shit you didn't do?
Yeah.
That's foul as fuck. That's foul.
From what I know about Fat Joe and how I feel about him musically, I never was like the biggest Fat Joe fan. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple tracks that stood out amongst a lot that weren't, you know, that good. What I do know is he's done some foul stuff to like Cuban Links. You know what I'm saying? Like he's done some foul stuff to people that, like that. All and they're Spanish, you know, and he did some foul stuff to them business wise. Obviously not really helping out Big Pun's family and stuff like that, and like a lot of things like from that perspective. That in that moment in time, I was like, you know, I don't know if I can really rock with you if you're gonna make all this money off of Pun, and then I take care of his son growing up all extra crazy. So and son is nice, by the way, but
nice.
Spanish, some of the Spanish community, which I've, you know, unfortunately, you know, witnessed, is they're not as kind to people of color on their own race. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Darker Spanish people get treated a certain way and they look down upon. Look at Fat Joe, lighter Spanish man with blue eyes and all this green eyes, or whatever the case may be. He would fit the mold for the prototypical, you know, Boricua. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And then you got, you know, Dominicans, you got Hondurans that are darker skinned and stuff like that. So I have witnessed, you know, a little bit of prejudice while working for a bank with a Spanish lady. I was able to speak English. Obviously, English was her second language. But when two of the other people that I worked with weren't there and she saw it was just me, she wouldn't come. She wouldn't come to the bank that day because
she didn't want you to see her negative account.
She just didn't want to deal with me because it was me, and they kind of like had to tell her like, yo, he can help you equally as well as we could. You know what I mean? Like to try and like force her to do so. But it was kind of, it was kind of like a little bit of like, but that's fine. But that's how they move sometimes, man. I saw that throw thing, and I just kept on scrolling because Fat Joe, I respect him in the sense to where he's from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? But I don't not Brooklyn. He's from the Bronx. Excuse me. He's from the Bronx. But I don't look at Fat Joe as one of the greatest top 75 rappers of all time. You know what I'm saying? So
top
it didn't even
1,000
mean
maybe.
anything to me. Yeah, he had a couple tracks. Lean Back was catchy, but it wasn't great. You know what I mean? He had some tracks. Got a Flow Joe was that was like his
That
first
was the
big
first
track,
one,
right?
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you, Steve. I mean to cut you off. I agree with you about Joe's tracks and what he's done. But listen, I'm not gonna lie, that Don Cartagena album was fire. Listen. Inside the album,
because Big Pun wrote it.
Yeah, the album that inside that album. Listen.
That's
Pun
why
was a whole nother beast. And
exactly.
I think this is what the issue. I think this is what the issue is stemming from as I'm listening to this. 50%. Okay, no, you're not gonna have 50%. That was new. I did not know that. That's
50% was
okay. 50%. I'm informed now. So 50% is a no. That's not no. But I think what you're getting to is the fact that people come over into the culture.
Yep.
Of the hip hop or R&B or whatever it is, right?
Jazz, all of it.
And we will give them the love and the backing.
Yep.
And then, but when it comes to the other side, we can't go over there and get anything over there and love and backing from them. So a lot of times people will take from Black culture stuff, get propelled in a way. But we can't go over to any other community and they don't have anything over there for us.
Thank you. Because think about it. Look at his record label. He had all Puerto Rican rappers besides Remy Ma. Name a Black rapper he ever signed.
I was about to say he wasn't.
So he
really didn't mess with it.
Yeah. So he got all the love. When he got popping and he got his money, he didn't show the love back to the community that made him hot. I like Flo Joe. I used to love My Lifestyle. Yeah. That was my shit. He had the song with Kels.
With the meat. That was it.
That was fire.
That was it. Listen, let me tell you something. He's contributed a lot.
I'm not the biggest Kels fan, but when he's on a track,
the features.
Yeah, it was a hard feature.
But listen, that's the thing. I think the problem is and will be when people rift over and be accepted in our community and our culture, but we won't be accepted in those spaces, and that's just what it is. And people know that that's the truth. 100%. They know that's the truth. They know that we get flack for being in country where we started.
Yep, exactly.
We'll get flack for that.
How you come over 350 years, 400 years after we already been here, and you think you're gonna shit on us? No, that shit stops. Not while I'm here. I'm not. That shit don't fly no more. Like that turn the other cheek Negroes died.
And he's not the only person, though. He's not the only culture that does it. He's not the only culture that does it. It's all good to get the love and the energy from us and get what we have for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like even overseas, you can see that with certain Africans or Guyanese or certain different cultures. They'll say, South African excellence, this excellence over here. They'll want the love over here, but they don't want it back. They don't want it back.
No, they don't give it back.
They want to be a citizen over here, but they don't want you to be a citizen over there.
Exactly.
And take away from them.
Yep.
Take away from their people.
I don't know. I think it's a little bit of both. 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 I think it's a Solid facts. You know what I mean?
Respect.
All solid facts. I want
Respect.
to touch on something that you said a second ago. Eminem is not the greatest rapper of all time. For anyone that believes that,
he's
no
not.
offense,
No.
no offense to anyone that genuinely believes that he's the greatest rapper of all time. And I'm
But
not trying to
you
throw
need to
shade, but
you need to study more hip hop. If that's your greatest rapper of all
we
time.
are our
he can
culture.
rhyme though. He can rhyme. He can
He can
rhyme
rhyme.
a lot better than a lot of people.
What the fuck is he rhyming about though now?
I mean, somebody can catch a drift from whatever it is that he's saying.
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is
He need to get back on the pills. He was hotter then.
His content was is directed towards a certain crowd, right?
Yeah.
So he and his that crowd, you know, is, let's be honest, you know what I mean, the white Caucasian male, or you know what I'm saying,
the struggling white Caucasian male.
The struggling white Caucasian male, right? So but he got a lot of that from who he was around, Proof, you know what I mean, and all those other people. So he was in battle raps, and he's a great battle rapper. He's one of the best ever. Yeah, I can give him that love. There's plenty of dope battle rappers. Technically speaking, he got on and he won second place.
Yeah, Cannabis
You know
people.
I don't think it was Cannabis.
It was Cannabis.
Was it?
Yeah,
I thought it was
Cannabis.
Was it? It might have been. Hey, I thought
Cannabis beat him. He lost to another dude, but Cannabis was the one at the Hip Hop Olympics that beat him.
Yeah.
Because that was always.
He didn't get signed. I mean, he didn't get signed. Dre didn't pick him up because he was black, but he knew that M was white and he would make money. And M did exactly what Dre thought he would, because he's a lyrical beast.
He was DEI. He's DEI. He's the diversity. The diversity inclusion right there. That's it. And Dre knew.
Pain, Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys was
bad though.
Beastie Boys was
they held their own. They weren't trying.
I'm not.
But that's the thing about Beastie Boys. They weren't trying to be. You're right. They had their own lane.
Beastie Boys went diamond.
Yes,
they were like the first hip hop group to go diamond, but they went diamond because of what they look like.
Absolutely. And that's what people have to understand. It's like Eminem. Some people need to see people that look like them.
Yes.
And that's the thing, that's the thing. So just like in basketball, why I think basketball, the numbers are down. Yes, because the players have too much power and it's always crying and moaning, but they need to see a face come in like them too. And they need it bad. They need it bad on the other side. Cooper Flag is coming. My Caucasian brothers and sisters have no fear. Have no fear.
Because they don't rap. They don't rap Jokic, and they don't rap.
Nah, he's not. He's
my
foreign.
man.
He's foreign.
Yes, who's my man?
Jokic don't care though. Jokic is like,
no. But that's my point. The European cats, they be balling, but they don't. People don't rep them. The white Americans don't rep these dudes like that. Even though Cooper Flag about to be their dude.
Listen, my Caucasian brothers and sisters, y'all need to ride on him right now.
Yes,
he is the real deal.
The Caitlin Clark.
Well, that's the Caitlin Clark. You're right. Look at how that. Look at a race war with Caitlin Clark and what's her name? Reese. Injury. It's a whole nother
crazy. I don't like that.
Shout out to Caitlin Clark though, because she's all about her ball business.
So, but
speaking of the ball, shout out to the balls. They get that money.
Shout out, speaking of rapper. Yeah, triple B's. Yeah, swerving that.
Don't hate. That's a strong.
We here now. We are literally in the mix for after hours.
2025.
Shouts out to the fact that 2025. I'm with you. Shouts out to the fact that is a great, proud father, right?
Yes.
I love music and I love hip hop more than anything in the world. That shit is trash.
No, it's not.
That shit is trash.
It's the best, all right. It's the best song. Trash. It's the best song. It's the best song for 2025 right now.
It's on 2025 at the moment.
Thank God we only a couple weeks in.
Leangelo Ball. Yo, Jello's track. Shout out to Jello. You did it, brother. You did it, brother.
You did. Yes, you did. I can't hate.
You did it, brother.
Everywhere. When I seen Jack
good for him
singing it,
still trash.
I knew it was over.
$8 million deal,
guaranteed.
No,
$13 million. $13 million.
$8
million guaranteed.
and got you, and you got all your rights and all that different stuff goes to the ball, goes to your entertainment company.
And yeah,
100%.
He
Come
got his
on,
own
man.
company out of
We'll
it.
see, fellas.
Who
That's
signed the
business.
Def Jam, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Def
Def
Jam.
Jam.
That's business, fellas.
Def
And
Jam
that's how
trying to
you
stay
use.
relevant. That's what Def Jam trying to do.
But
They're
that's
trying
how.
to stay relevant.
But listen,
They
Steve,
do.
that's how you use social media. People,
Yes.
that's how you use social media. Listen,
Yeah.
look, I know basketball may have been what you wanted to do, but sometimes a higher power has a different plan for you,
Yep.
and you need to stay ready. You need to stay ready. And you know what? It worked out the way it needs to work out. Shouts out to the Ball
He never got a
family.
fair shot.
That's
Yeah,
how they
never
do. No, he
lost.
didn't get it. No, he didn't get a fair shot. And that's listen, he can ball too. And we all know that.
That middle brother love, man.
Yeah.
It is the middle brother. Steve, no. That's why you
3
should
for
be
3.
supporting this man the most.
Hey, man. I mean, I'm happy that he's doing something, right? Like he deserves to, but
Could
hip hop wise,
What do you
Come on,
mean?
man.
What do you mean hip hop wise? Steve, that's like saying, but that's the thing. And that's the thing with you East Coast. And I keep saying this to y'all whole time. This is the problem with y'all East Coast dudes.
Don't
you
say
gotta
that.
rap a certain way.
I like
listen,
that.
Listen.
I think it's all right.
You're the East Coast legend. I'm saying the East Coast dudes. The problem is with East Coast dudes it's gotta be a Nas style of rap, a conscious type of rap, the lyrics, the hip hop, blah blah blah, all that ish. You hate it on the South. You hate it on the Master P. You hate it on the Juvies. You hate it on the Cash Monies.
bro.
You can't.
Saying?
Silk the Shocker.
I still don't think
Silk the Shocker.
Justin.
Yo, you don't like stories in your raps. That's all.
What? What do you mean?
The nigga told the whole story. That was a story.
My favorite rapper is Nas. I definitely like stories.
Silk the Shocker
is the storyteller though, and you can't compare it to Juvie. But go on.
Silk the Shocker is the baby. Silk Shocker is the father of all these rappers now. The flow is the same thing. The flow is the offbeat, the same flow.
Crazy about Nas?
I said you can't compare Nas's storytelling ability to Juvenile's.
Because
Nas is probably the second greatest storyteller in hip hop history. First is Slick Rick. True. I'm not even going to argue with you.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like, not much to do.
It's like
old school crew. Yeah, he was nice.
Slick Rick was on another level.
Yes.
And I mean, there's the chains and the. I mean, I said, he was off that light.
I'm impressed. See, courageous. Don't show
Shout out to them 80s. Shout out to them 80s rappers. Shout out to the rock bands. Shout out to the Slick Rick.
It was different though.
The cool movies, KRS ones, and our other one, Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane
was nice.
Big Daddy Kane. You were the one. You were the Bobby Brown. You were the one.
LL.
Big Daddy Kane. Well, LL really. LL stopped on cats. Young dude stomping on cats. Ice-T, we see you over there. We're not hating.
He was nice, yes.
We ain't hating on
Ice Cube, my top 5. Top 5.
Ice Cube. Can we get to something that we really quick? Can we get to something that
real
fast? I know you gotta go.
You gotta wrap soon.
Yeah. Could we get on this really fast, Steve? You said it very quick in the show. Can we talk about what you said, who the greatest R&B group of all time was, really fast? You said it really fast. And can you say that again for the people?
Say it again.
Greatest of all time, greatest R&B group. Could you please say that?
All right. So if you ask me, and there's a bunch, right? But the greatest R&B group of all time is probably Earth, Wind & Fire. But my personal opinion, for me, is New Edition, because
everybody had that.
I feel like New Edition is the best because each one of them had a career outside of the group, and then they still were equally as powerful as the group. But them boys was bad at the wing, man. My mom is a big fan of Earth, Wind & Fire. I've listened to a lot of it in my lifetime. So,
I got one. I got a group. I'm about to fuck your head up.
Compare?
I'm about to fuck your head up.
Go for it.
The Isleys.
I was going to say the Isleys.
The Isleys.
We together.
Isley started in the 50s. I didn't know the Isleys sang Shout.
They sung Shout, Justin. Yeah, I
I
played
didn't
Shout.
realize that.
Yeah, I played Shout for the weddings. That's
Didn't
them.
realize it was
That's
them.
them.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
they got a lot of
Them.
songs.
There was
I
teenagers, Steve.
I
There
gotta
was
ask them.
teenagers.
I think
I
the
gotta
Beach
ask my
Boys or
parents.
something stole
I
their
gotta ask
songs. A
Yes,
lot of
yeah.
people stole their
A lot of people
songs.
stole their songs. That's
But
why
they
they
were the original.
made.
I
They
got
are the foundation of what a group, super group is.
Yeah,
Earth,
Isley
Wind, Fire
Brothers.
would have learned from them. Yeah, it's the Isleys.
Isley Brothers,
something,
man. Isley
Yo.
Brothers.
We might have to put up a poll.
Yeah, we put that what we do. That's why I asked
We might
it,
have to put up a
because
poll.
we're gonna hit them
Yeah.
up tomorrow. I'm gonna hit them up. Well, when
Yeah,
we get
we
this
might
in there,
have to.
I'm gonna hit this up. I'm
Might
gonna
have to put
blend
up
it
a
up crazy.
Yeah.
But that's it right there, because I'm like Isley Brothers, the Isley Brothers, man.
Yeah.
And listen, I want to say New Edition too, because of the same reasons. Again,
Oh, yeah,
listen, there's
yeah,
no for
yeah.
us.
There's
That's our
certain,
era.
there's certain people out here that I know personally, you know what I mean, that we've had this conversation with, as far as the greatest R&B group of all time. She knows who she is. But that being said,
But solo, think about it. So from solo artists to BBD group to LSG.
yeah,
I mean, they've expanded to so many different lanes. Like if you talk about that, yes, but we're going to talk about Isley Brothers, because Isley Brothers even came back in the 90s. Mr. Biggs, Contagious,
Word.
R. Kelly, Down Low.
Word.
Mr.
Word.
Biggs is a whole nother level. Like
Word.
Isley Brothers got that thing going, man. Even with Choosy Lover song, and they
Love
have
her.
Aaliyah,
Oh my God.
have that Leo in there, and they had the
Yeah.
brother playing the guitar. One of
Yes.
the best guitarists,
Hands
of all
down.
time,
Hands
of
down.
all time. If not,
No love.
we're talking about my man Slash from Slash
Guns N'
from
Roses.
let's not
what's
forget
the name?
Prince now.
Yeah,
Brent too.
Prince, and
too.
another guitarist, man, is
Hendrix.
yes, Kendrick. But what's his name?
Hendrix. Jimi
Oh,
Hendrix.
oh, you know who did the Beat It, the then before
Oh, you talking about
Van Halen.
Eddie
Van Halen's one of the greatest. But you know who did that before him? Van Halen, who did that part? What's the name from the Jackson 5? Was another
Tito? Tito was nice.
Good.
That's how it all started.
Underrated.
It was nice.
Underrated. Shout out to the Jackson 5 too. You're
Jackson
not in
5
this,
up there.
but you're great. You're a great
Yeah.
group. But you know what?
Yeah.
You're not in this one. We're going. Listen,
Yeah.
Isley's. Shout out to the Isleys. Shout out to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yep.
Shout out to. Oh my gosh. Shout out to. I'm so sorry.
You got the Temptations.
The Temptations. I'm so sorry. But you know what? The Gap Band.
Gap Band. Are they funk or are they R&B?
Oh no, Gap Band's R&B.
Gap Band.
Band.
My dad would say Cool in the Gang. He would say Cool in the Gang.
Oh, these was funk groups though.
They funkin' R&B. They funkin' R&B. Yeah, they funkin' R&B. But listen, that Gap Band.
Gap
Listen,
Band is no
Yearning
joke.
for Your Love. Listen, they have some tracks. But
Gap Band is no joke. Charlie Wilson out here with new hips, dancing around.
But that's what I'm saying. Charlie Wilson
Yeah,
out there, Mr. Big still out there. Shout out to these brothers, man.
Big's got one of the hottest R&B wives of all time. I don't care what nobody
You
says.
the Ice Cream JF.
What? I was ready to risk my life and drop out of college to follow that lady around when she came out, bro. What? I found out Ron Isley had her. Usually I hate when the dude get a hot chick. I was like, that man earned that.
No hate.
I know he spit that game.
No hate. Smooth.
I know she ain't had no words for that man. She melted in her pants.
Mr. Big robbing the cradle for real. You know,
hey man,
older brothers stand up.
Yeah, man. Get that Cialis love, ladies.
The blue chew, baby. Blue chew. I don't know about it, but that's what I heard.
All of it. I hear about these things just like most said. I take Tonga, I leave myself. It's all natural. Keeps the blood flow going.
What's that? Man,
natural bro.
Oh, man, destroying.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. There's a reason I have the babies.
Dang, killers out there,
man.
In the Olympics, man. That's like an enhancer.
Help them boys swim.
I don't do none of that stuff.
I'm just saying, Stevie, either. But hey, listen, I don't know.
Maybe I should.
Hey,
no, maybe you shouldn't, dog.
It helped the blood flow, dog.
Man,
no, I'm done. Retired.
Yeah, I've been retired. No super cheek clapping over here, y'all. I'm retired.
It ain't no. I don't use money tax.
Back in the twilight days, I've been retired. Get your mind right. Keep working out.
Yeah, work out.
I just work out.
Yeah,
R&B slow music.
I'll send you on mine. I'll send it to you. It's
the promos are R&B slow music.
Yeah. And
On that,
push-ups.
we out. On that, we out. The Rocky push-ups.
Rocky
The Rocky
push-ups.
push-ups.
Yep.
Hey man,
I got Lee and
Right.
some Rockman push-ups. They keep coming back for more.
before we go, honestly, pumps and bumps. Hammer
Pumps
kick.
and bumps. Ooh.
The remix,
Hammer,
great.
hammer,
You got the
pumps,
bumps, the bumps.
This is people don't understand that era. That era
Yeah,
of dance
different.
music, the Kid and Play. Shout out to Kid and Play. The
and Play.
dance era of that 88, 90s.
Heavy
Kid
D.
and Play, Heavy D,
Heavy D.
Salt
Heavy
and
D.
Pepper was
What we
dancing.
got? What we got? Dancing rapper. Who else? Hammer. Hammer
Hammer.
did it. Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla
Shout
Ice,
out to you,
yeah.
Ice. I know. See, he's another. See, I knew Justin was gonna do that. See,
Yeah.
another DI and the DI, another
Yeah.
DI.
D.I. Yeah.
But
Cash
you know
Rap.
what? He did his, but
Cash
you know
Rap.
what? He did his thing. But again, they respected Ice because Ice was all in not the popular clubs when he first started. He was in the trenches. Like he was in
Yeah,
the trenches
but
with Ice
That's what
T and
they
them
all
dudes.
do.
But
That's
yeah,
what they all do.
true.
I mean, so I can say so is Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Kid Rock had a high top fade. What Kid Rock talk about now? I want to be a cowboy, baby. Nigga, no, you didn't.
To the bank. To the bank.
To the bank.
To the bank.
Shooting up Buzz Lights because it's got a trans flag on it. I seen you, Kid Rock.
Yeah, man, listen, man, I have to play that track. I gotta play it, DJ, man. I gotta play it. I'm like, put my shades
Sorry.
on. Put my shades
terrible.
on.
Uncle Cracker.
Lord. All right, fellas.
All right. I'm ending it.
There we say
Nightcap. Another one. Fuck you, Fat Joe.
2025.
Damn.